Hey, ladies and gents, it's Zem back again, and we are doing a review on the Mutz because it's back in um, the shop for the premium shop. If you don't have this tank, it is available again. What we have is a Tier 8 premium tank um, for the Germans. It's actually a Swiss tank. Go figure. In 1953, the Swiss decided that they were no longer going to use old, outdated machinery. I mean, they were using Hetzers from the Germans from World War II. So they decided to develop their own domestic tank, and in 1957, this prototype was produced with a 90 millimeter gun, the very first one. Um, the second one was mounted with a 84 millimeter British gun, and then eventually the last 10 were mounted with 105s. What's interesting about this tank is it was kind of ahead of its time, and it's very revolutionary. I shouldn't say revolutionary. It was very its design features were used in so many tanks afterwards. I believe this is the first one that had a modular drive unit. So the transmission engine and everything was all packed into one unit, and was able to be easily taken in and out of the tank. Of course, this 58, the Panzer 58, eventually led into the Panzer 61, which was the mainstay of the Swiss Army, all the way up into I believe, the 90s. Of course, they were all mounted with 105s, but yeah, the very first prototype is obviously what we have in game. These tanks were eventually converted to the Type 61. Um, you know, After their pre-production. I mean, these were pre-production uh, prototypes for the Type 61, these Panzer 58s. Like I said, not a revolutionary tank, but a lot of the design features that were in this tank were incorporated in a lot of the later designs, not just in the Swiss tanks, the American tanks. I mean, that modular unit was, really kind of thinking outside the box. There is the first prototype actually is still um, around. This is the one at the Swiss Museum, I believe. This one has a 20 millimeter um, cannon as well, other than the 90 millimeter. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting tank. So if you ever get a chance, if you want to pick it up, I wholeheartedly give this thing two thumbs up. Um, it's a medium. It's what a medium's supposed to be. If you're going to go down the Leos and the Leopard 1 lines, this plays very similar to that. Very mobile, nice snappy gun, fairly good accuracy, and decent pen. I had 2 games in it today that I played because I'm a glutton for punishment, and I believe the first one was, yeah, that one. It was Confederate, Class 1, 1950 XP, and yeah, Confederate. I did 3,600 damage in a Tier 9 match, not too shabby. I did use a fair amount of premium rounds because the game got really tight at the end. I still cannot bounce shots when it's that important. I still ended up with 43,000. I made 100,000 K and still ended up with 43. So not too bad, not too shabby. And the other game I had, not quite as good. Once again, another Confederate and about 2,700 in a Tier 10 match. Fired a few premium rounds once again. Dealing with 10s, you got to do that kind of shit if you're going to do damage. So, what do we have in game? 240 average pen. Like I said before, this is of course the 90 millimeter on this tank. This is what the prototype carried. 212 average pen. 9.9 rate of almost 9 rounds per minute. 6.6 second reload time. 39 turret traverse speed. 10 degrees of gun depression. That is very nice for this thing. This is a hill fighter. It does well. 2.11 aim time, 0.33 dispersion at 100 meters, and 2,181 average damage per minute. I do have just right now I'm training up all kinds of different crews on here, so they kind of got a mixed match other than just my BIA straight up with it. 1,300 hit points, 90 hull armor, 120 on the turret. This will occasionally bounce things, especially if they hit right here by the gun. Otherwise than that, this is just cheese. Kind of a hard cheese. and of course the cupolas are weak as hell. The whole armor, nothing to write home about, Mom. You're going to get pinned here, 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 and here, all over here. Yeah. It's a very, but like I said, if you're going to be ready to play the PTAs and the Leos, this is what you're going to be playing when you get to the 9s and 10s. So you might as well just get used to it. You know, they have very little armor. Mobility is where this thing really kind of kicks ass. You know, watching the game, it gets up to speed. Well, I mean, it's only 50 top speed, but it gets there in a hurry. Yeah, it gets there in a hurry, and it's extremely mobile, in my opinion, for, you know, being in tier 8. It's not quite as sluggish as, like, say, you know, some of the Russian mediums. So yeah, it's a flanker. It's straight up medium tank, and that's how you should be playing it. Concealment's not bad, not the best, but it's still a medium. It's, you know, it's got the typical medium camo values and all that stuff. 396 view range, not just with the BIA. I, for some reason, didn't have another equipment slot. You know, of course, you can run you know, coated binocs, or if you don't decide to do that, you can run a GLD or something like that. So yeah, I was, you know, I bought this a while ago. It comes with a distinct camo. You know, this is supposed to be a bear, I'm assuming, on the side. A wolf, I don't know, werewolves. Yeah, no, I think it's a bear. So yeah, don't get shot. Play the peeky pokey if you got to on the hills, you know, and that kind of stuff. I wish this 20 would work on here. That'd be sweet for taking out light tanks, but it doesn't. Like I said, easily a 1 to 2 thumbs up on this tank. Very fun. If you like the leopards, prototypes, or the Leos, you're going down that line. You know, this is kind of the opposite of like the Panther 2, which is a little more heavily armored, or the Panther 8.8. Even more so than the Indian Panzer. It's more mobile than the Indian Panzer, at least in my opinion it is. So yeah, you're going to get a little bit different kind of play style with this tank, considering that these are a little more heavily armored. You know, the Panther 2 and the 8.8 and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, the Leo and the Leopard one, very similar play styles. You get this thing down, you're going to have no problem with the Leopard prototype or the Leo. So I'm going to bring up the game for you guys to see what this thing can do. Alright, we are at the first game, and we're playing on Murovanka. Yeah, the infamous Hunted Forest. Yeah, the Forest. I wish they'd bring the Forest back. I remember sitting over there on the ridges waiting for something to pop and then watch it getting obliterated. Yeah, always fun. So I'm going to move up here, see if I can get some quick shots off. Like I said, the mobility on this tank is excellent. You know, if you like a scouty medium, quick, mobile, maneuverable, this is definitely something that you're going to like. With that 10 degrees of gun depression, it's very easy to pick up some of these shots that I'm going to be making here. Pick up the Batchat, put a nice shell in him for 253, and I'm going to be looking here and see if I can pick up the Defender. Nothing on the Defender. Pick up the AMX, put one shell into him, 270. Oh yeah, you know, pretty nice first little start out here. Unfortunately, this is kind of where it kind of turns shady. I'm not going to stick around here. This is not something I want to get into. T-34-3, T-54, Defender, yeah, not something I want to get into. So you're going to see me kind of move around here to the back side. And I'm really kind of torn right now whether I should stay or go, or what the fuck I should do here. So, but I'm not really terribly interested in it. They have a little too many tanks here for me, and we have too many mediums. They do have a Defender and a heavy, so I'm really not interested in dealing with that kind of shit. So I'm going to get over here and I'm going to see what I can do to help this. They are in cap right now. There's 2 in cap. We got a 705 and a Leopard PTA. We have a T26 E5 and a T28 pushing in here, as well as a T49. So this to me looks like it's going to be a fun little party. I'm going to try to move up in here to give them some support. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Now there's a T32, an ISM. They have 3 tanks into base right here, and I'm going to see what I can do to help my teammates out. Artillery is doing a nice job of trying to keep this cap reset. But there is a ton of tanks here. They got 2 Ferdinands here in the back. This is not something that I really want. And a Louvet, of course. So I'm going to pull up here, see what we can do. Where are you at? Pick up the shot on the Ferdinand. And we're going to wait to see what happens. Ferdinand gets wrecked pretty hard here. Mr. Mean and the ISM, Leopard PTA, pull up here, pick up the Ferdinand off the bat. See what we can do here. Put a shell into the Ferdinand. And yeah, right now it's not looking terribly great for the home team. They're kind of in a pretty nice position here with the PTA, the 32, and the ISM. However, the other side is folding pretty hard. I got the Ferdinand here. I'm going to see what I can do here and see if I can start pinning some of his shots. He's got the, looks like the little gun on it, so I'm not terribly worried if I get hit. It won't be too bad. He misses me. I switched to a premium round to go through his armor on the upper on his turret face here. I'm going to put another shell into him too. Yeah, so we are not looking good. We are currently tied up here, but they are rolling the shit out of the 9-0 line. And I'm going to have to change directions here. I can't continue to just play peeky pokey here. I got an Indian Panzer 49 and an E5. This is not a position I really want to be in because I play the other side quite often, and it's pretty easy to get shot from the rear. So I'm going to come to this side of the hill. Hopefully they're not going to be paying attention to me. We're going to see what we can do. So I got the Louvet and the Ferdinand here. They're looking at me, wondering what is he going to do? What is he going to do? Of course they have. I'm spotted. I have the Moshin coming up here with me, and the Scorpion G. These guys are kind enough to just sit here and watch as artillery kind of wrecks them. So I'm going to pull around here, see what we can do here. Get shot by the Ferdinand. Lower plate there. Can't finish him off. The Louvet goes around the corner, and now I have the T-32. He's interested in that. I'm going to pull around, take a shot on there. Yeah, we're going to roll through here too. We're going to get the IS-3 ISM. He's kind of almost a one-shot. Kind of played that as very aggressive, just because we need to get this rolling here. The other tank has fallen, and I'm not really interested in having to deal with those tanks coming in here. So the Foch fired. Fockers. He fired, so I'm not terribly sure what he's got for his clip here yet, but that's alright. We're going to take a shot from him to get to his rear. He misses the shot on the Indian Panzer, and we got the ass end of this Foch, and we finish him off. Switch back to regular rounds. Now we have an almost full health T-34-3 coming in. The Moshin and the T-28 have moved into the cap, and they're going to start drawing them out here. Now it's a 4-4 game, but the sad thing about it is these 3 tanks on the enemy side are almost full health, plus they have an artillery piece. So we're going to move over here, and let's see if I can get some shots on this T-34-3. I have a feeling that those guys are going to be coming across center, so I'm not terribly worried about being surprised that there's something out here moving around. So I'm going to look, see what I can see. Can't really see too much. Indian Panzer's moving over to the other side, and we're going to flank him. This is that 2-on-1. You want to separate them as much as possible so you can get a chance to get in there and finish this off as quick as possible. Come around on the 34-3. Put a shell into his side, back off. I wasn't terribly sure if he saw me, but he did. So we're going to put one more shell on him. I got some hit points to lose. Yeah. And now he doesn't reload that fast. So we'll finish him off with that shell. Puts me up about 3,100. We have the Defender and the 5041. This is all about a speed deal here, guys. I probably didn't need to take that shot, but he needed to die quickly. We have the Defender and the 5041 coming in and starting to push the T-28 and the Moshin. So we need to get over here and assist as quick as possible. 1 kill, 3,100, not too bad, not too shabby right now. Moshin's almost full health. 5041 and the Defender are just pushing straight in I'm not terribly sure that's a good idea, especially when the Moshin rolls for 400 quite often. Indian Panzer moves over the top, gets the defender's attention. Moshin comes around. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now pick it up, and I get the shot from the side, not paying attention. Move out of his way. We're just going to put a couple shell into his rear, and we got one more to go here. Yeah, Moshin finishes him off, and we have an artillery piece. So, yeah, game was exciting there for just a little bit. Not something that I would hope to have to see too often here. So I'm going to pull back here and wait till that artillery fired, because I'm not in a healthy position at 114 hit points. So, general idea where he's at. Me and the Indian Panzer are going to head over here and knock him down. So I ended up firing, I believe, yeah, nine premium rounds. Still made, you know, almost 50k. So it does well with its credit, making anything over 3,000 damage is going to net you right around 100k. So I'm looking, pick up the L Lorraine 155. Yeah, we got to keep moving because otherwise he's going to hit me and finish me off. So it puts me up 36-23, and he rams for the kill. So hope you guys enjoyed the first game, and I got one more for you guys. To see a little bit more how this thing plays. This next one's going to be a tier 10 match, so fun. Alright guys, back with the second game, and we are on Monastery. Tier 10 match, bottom tier. Fuck you, Wargaming, and your stupid ass matchmaking. It's getting so fucking tiring. I hardly play tanks anymore because of it. You know, I'm trying to grind credits for tanks, and I see this non-stop. So, off to the Monastery. Now, if you're going to take the Monastery, it's either full balls to the walls or nothing. You can't really just sit there and, you know, think about it. This side's a lot easier to get to the, because you don't have TDs that can nail your ass as you come up here. Scorpion G, as long as you hug the right-hand side here, you're fine. Pull back, see if I can get a shot on it, but nope. Said the T-54 E1 fucking pulls another bullshit fucking snapshot. God, I love that. No aiming, just, you know. Sorry, I'm a little salty today. I find this game is just simply running into more and RNG. You know, let's just aim at something and fire. It gets super annoying. So, we got the Monastery. I'm up here with the 54 T-54, I should say, and a AMX-30 here down on the bottom. We have T-54 E1 and a Centurion. The Centurion 7-1 that went down the center road, not the best place to be. Yeah, so AMX-30, he's going to play peeky pokey here with the Centurion 7-1 and the Object 140. Now, technically, these two probably could have pushed us rather easy with the T-54 and the just myself, but he's going to play dumb, and he's going to get a shot into me for some reason. That's alright, buddy, because I'm going to track your dumb ass, and we finish him off. So, still have the 140 and the T-54 E1 here, and the Skoda T-44 on the other side. Now, the problem with this is, of course, we have a push coming down the 9 line, and they decided to push it hard, which is, I don't have a problem as long as you know, actually push it. Typically, most times the 890 line fucking stalls out because there is a crap ton of TDs that are camping in that position. So, got the ISM. He's sitting over here wrecking our Centurion 7-1. T-55, T-54 fires, and I'm going to pull around here and see if I can get a shot. I'm waiting for the 54 to fire again, and then we're going to pull around and see what we can find. Lower plate of the ISM, and you notice how the bushes are, the trees are right here. That allows me to sit in here and not get spotted. So pick up the T-28 prototype. Yeah, okay, the Wheezy 111. Yeah, we're going to see if we can pop him in the ass. Bounce the first shot. Got the prototype from the side, and it goes high, hits the front of his turret, and I can't do anything. So, got the Wheezy 111 5A. He either decided that he wasn't going to have any more of this shit, or he disconnected one or the other. So I'm going to farm some damage off of him as he sits here, you know, slowly but surely is going to die. Puts me up to about 1700. He's finally dead. I'm going to back off. The AMX-30 went YOLO and decided to take on a 54E1 and an Object 140. Yeah, that's never good here. So I'm looking at the Scorpion, see if I can find anything. Nothing. I got the Badger. He's backing up here nice and slow for me. I'm going to get the critical hit. One more time. Come on, there we go. Pick up another shell on the Badger. Trying to stay out of his, hopefully out of his view range. I'm not sure what he has for setup there, if he actually has a binocs or whatnot. So he gets finished off. It's about 2100 right now. So now I got an Object 140 straight ahead. The T-54 is sitting there waiting for me. We're going to have to see what we can do. I have a little bit of HP to burn here, so I'm not terribly worried about it. E50M finally pushes the ISM. Hopefully, maybe, hopefully. 257, I was kind of hoping he was going to back his ass up here. So give me a couple more shots on the rear. But he decides not to. So I'm just going to sit here and wait and see what the 54 is going to do. He's full health, and I'm hoping that he's going to do a little pushy, pokey. He comes around the corner, takes the first shot from the 140. I was kind of hoping he was going to actually hit it. See if I get the lower plate. Sets him on fire. We finish him off for nice 2500 damage here. And the 257 was nice enough to drop down the bottom here. And I'm going to go shoot him in the ass a few times just to rack up some more damage. Sitting about 2500. So it's, I mean, not a bad game, but not great. Unfortunately, I can't quite get the shell in on the 257. He's going to give me his rear. There we go. Thank you, buddy. Puts a shell into him. Leaves him at 293 hit points. Come on, one more damage. Nope, don't get it. AMX 65 ton is fucked, and we win. So 2700 damage and a Confederate out of the deal. So not too shabby. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good night.